Hey everyone, Jareth Mara here with Infinite Solutions. Today we're going to talk about Microsoft Teams. We're going to cover some of the basics that you already might be using, such as instant messaging and file transfers. We're also going to cover some of the more advanced features, such as the voice integration, how to place a call with Microsoft Teams, how to make a call from your cell phone. We're also going to talk about conference calls, how to let your clients dial in. We're also going to show some of the features such as screen sharing that may be useful both internally and externally working with your partners, also working from home.
All right, guys, jumping right in. This is the chat feature. This is where you're going to have your one-on-one communication with people inside or outside the office. You notice here I have some pinned items. These are the people I talk to most often and need to have them stay at the top of the screen. You can see your recent conversations listed below. If I want to start a new chat with someone, I just click on this new chat window here. I can then enter the name of the person I want to talk to, and they'll come up. If I want to talk to somebody outside the office, let's say at a different company, and I haven't talked to them before, all I need to do is enter in their email address, and then it will show them as an external user. I just click their name, and we can start a conversation. Let's say I want to have a conversation with multiple people. All I have to do is either start a new chat and add both people, or I can start an existing chat and say add people. From here, I can type the name of the person I wish to add, and you can see it actually starts a new chat, a brand new window with all of these people. From here, we can have a conversation and it will show up in my recent conversations. Now let's talk about Teams within Microsoft Teams. I know it sounds a little confusing, but all we're talking about is groups of people within Microsoft Teams. These groups are usually going to be the same people. People can be added or removed if needed, but for the most part, they're going to be sections of a company or groups of people that work together consistently, things like that. Creating a team is easy enough. All we have to do is go down to the Join or Create Team section, create a team. We can choose from a existing group or we can do it from scratch. Then we have to decide if we want people to be able to join. Anyone can join, or if we just want to select the people that are in the group and need to approve people going forward. From here, just give your group a name and a description and hit the Create button. It'll create your new team. Once your team's been created, this is a great place to add information relevant to that team, such as if you're going to be out at the office, meeting changes, any types of updates. Here you can also share things like files, OneNote notebooks. We can also click Add and add other content, such as Word, SharePoint, Planner, these types of items. You can also see who is in your team by clicking on the eye up in the top right. All the members will be displayed. Moving right on down the list, the next item in Teams is your calendar. Here, you can see all the events on your Outlook calendar, but with an added feature. All we have to do is click on an event that's a Teams event, and it will give us the option to join. Clicking this button will automatically set up the meeting and ask you if you want to enable your camera and microphone. We can also start a new meeting, schedule a Teams meeting here, or use the Meet Now feature. This is extremely helpful should you want to meet with clients or internal users at the moment. Once your meeting is started and you've selected your video and audio devices, all you need to do to invite internal users to the meeting is type their name. If they're external, you'll just need to type their email address. Or if you'd like to invite them via phone, just dial their phone number. The other option is to copy the link. If you copy the join info here, it'll copy to your clipboard. You can then email it or send it via instant message, and they can join the meeting that way. Another great feature in Microsoft Teams are the Teams meetings. We're going to set one of those up right now. First, we're going to go to New Items and click Teams Meeting. Once we have our Teams meeting set up, you can see that this gives the user the option to click to join the meeting or call in with audio. If you have a user that doesn't have Microsoft Teams but still wants to join the Teams meeting, they can dial in. If you are sharing content, such as your screen or a program, they should still be able to join in online using the Teams Online app. Only a free Microsoft account is required to join online meetings. I'm going to go ahead and join a meeting. So I'm going to go to my calendar. I'm going to click on my Teams meeting and say join. I can also do this from my Outlook calendar if I desired. Once you join the meeting, you can see your participants listed here. Since this is a meeting that happened in the past, I'm the only participant. But if someone forgets, you can actually request them to join and it will call their line. Up here we have our controls for our video and audio. We have our chat features so that we can chat during the meeting if we don't want to interrupt someone talking. We have the raise hand feature, which will let them know that someone has something to say. And we can also share content. This is the most powerful portion of a Teams meeting. Besides being able to use video, we can also share any application that we have running or any of our screens if we want them to see our whole screen. This could be very useful for a number of reasons. If you wanted to share something on your screen but didn't want to share everything, perhaps there's confidential information, all you need to do is share just an app. So in this case, I could share, say, a folder or my Outlook, but not actually my entire screen. That way they don't see everything else that I have open. Now we're getting into the really good stuff, the calling features. Under calls, if you have the appropriate licenses, you should see your number. This is going to be your DID, your direct dial line. Here, we can use this pad just like a regular dial pad and dial anyone we like and place a call. We also have our contacts, history, voicemail settings, and our added favorites. Here, we can add a speed dial for an external number or a user. We can also add speed dials for our phones if you have a desk phone. From here to dial a user, all we have to do is click the phone or the video icon and it will call that person. Now we're going to try and make a three-way call. First, we need to get the first user on the line. Now that they're added, I'm going to add another participant. All we need to do is dial their number, or in this case, I want to add someone internal to this call. As you can see, as soon as I click them, they're invited to join the call. Let's say I want to transfer a call. This call just came into my direct line, and they want to talk to Chris. From the More Actions section, I can either consult then transfer if I want to make sure Chris has time to take the call, or I can just transfer directly. In this case, I know Chris is out of the office and I want to transfer it to his voicemail. So we're going to hit transfer. At this time, the call is placed on hold and they start listening to hold music. Now I can either dial a number if I wanted to transfer to someone's cell phone or an outside line, or I could just type Chris. From here, I can transfer it to his line where it will ring, then go to voicemail, or I can just hit this drop down and select his voicemail from here. At that point, the call is transferred and the transfer is complete. Now we're going to discuss voicemail. If you click on voicemail, you have your visual voicemail listed. Here we can play any of the voicemails or delete any of the voicemails that we have listed. We can also call back a number, either internal or external. To record a voicemail, all we need to do is go up to your avatar, click on Settings, click on Calls, and configure voicemail. From here, you'll be able to record a greeting as well as set up your out of office should you be going on vacation. You could also type in a greeting if you prefer not to record your own. Under the same calls section in settings, we have a few other options that might be useful. We can have calls ring someone else in the company. Should you want an assistant or a teammate to take some calls, we can add that here. Or you can forward your calls should you be away from your computer. Here we can forward them to the voicemail or someone specific. Another important part of Teams is your status. By default, the status will go off of your Outlook calendar. So if you're in a meeting, it should show you as busy. If you're free, it will show you as available. That can be changed manually by going to your avatar, selecting the status, and changing it to whatever you like. There's also a status message, so you can indicate what you're working on. In this case, if I wanted to set myself as busy, but let people know that I'm not doing anything crucial and that I could be interrupted, I can set my status, and then I can set my status message. This way, my team knows I'm recording Teams meetings, but if something important happens, they can go ahead and interrupt me, and we can work on something together. All right, guys, this is the Teams app for Android. Should look almost identical on an iOS device. We're not going to spend too much time in here since it should work almost identical to the desktop app. You can see here we have the same buttons that we normally have along the side. We can start a new chat. We can do internal and external chatting. All those great features. We can join meetings if we like. We just click on here and click join. We could jump right into that meeting. As far as calling goes, we just hit calls. You have your history. We can access voicemail, anybody in the address book. And if you just want to call someone from your office line, all you have to do is hit the make a call button. Again, you're presented with your DID down here. Just dial the number of the person you wish to talk to, and away you go. The people section will also bring up your address book for both the phone and your Outlook, and you can call from there.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching our video on Microsoft Teams. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you need anything else, just reach out to your friends here at Infinite Solutions. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.